Oh, my friends, it is soup season. Look at that beautiful vegetable soup that I just made in a big old stock pot. And yes, there's a lot of soup there. And yes, I won't be able to eat it all. And even if I gave most of it away, I'm probably going to have a lot left. So my remedy, well, of course, I can it. Yes, I can it. I can everything that I really think I will use for later use. And soup is one of them. Having soup in the pantry is, oh, it's such a warming, welcoming food to have. Because in the middle of winter, when you're cold and it's dark and you really want to warm the soul and make the family happy, you can grab a homemade jar of your soup. Now, I'm going to walk you through how to pressure can soup, and this is soup of any kind. It doesn't make any difference if it's vegetable or if it's chicken soup or it's a cream soup like butternut or pumpkin or pea. All soups will can up the same. Oh, it's so awesome. So we're going to walk you through this simple canning soup recipe and get those jars of soup on your shelf for later use this winter. All right, so the first thing you want to do is get making your soup. Get it hot, get it made, and then we're going to start preparing our jars. Now remember, for this recipe, because it's going to be pressure can and you're going to choose your jars accordingly, all you have to do is make sure your jars are clean. That's it. No sterilizing, because again, the pressure canning will sterilize whatever jar you choose to place your soup in. So get your jars ready. Just wash and rinse. Also, a little bit of advice. I love having the right equipment, and having a nice ladle really helps, and having a funnel for your jars. And I will also say that when I do something like my soups and my sauces, I really like using the wide mouth jars. Now you don't have to, but it's just my preference. And now we are going to ladle the hot soup just about to the top, but we're going to leave about a ½ an inch of headspace. Okay, don't they look awesome? Now, the other piece of equipment that I really like is my little magnet. And you don't have to do this. I have some brand new lids, and I rarely use brand new lids, but for this recipe I am. And I kind of still do it the old-fashioned way. I have been known to just, put on the lids like the Ball company recommends. Just clean your lids with soap and water and put them on your hot jars. But you know what? My ma used to boil her lids. And every now and then I keep thinking, if I'm going to use some new lids, I think I'd rather have them boiled and just really get that ring gummy. Because I find that the new lids aren't as reliable as the old ones. Okay, now it's time to put those hot jars, they're going to be hot, into the canner, and I use my nifty jar grabber. And trust me, I've tried to find ways around buying canning stuff because I live so frugally. But over 30 years ago, I found out that you have to make frugal purchases that will make your canning safer and more efficient. And just those key things that I showed you is going to be a lifesaver. Make sure the peephole, this is your jiggler hole, make sure you can see light through it and it's clean, and make sure your rubber gasket is in good condition. And I want to warn you new canning people out there, sometimes the lid can be a little difficult to get on. I don't know why. but even I struggle with getting that lid lined up. But just make sure those arrows, whatever type of canner you have, is lined up appropriately. And now what you're going to do is and then as the pressure cooker, oh look it, that water starts boiling in there, it's going to build up some steam. And once you see that steam coming out of that vent hole, you're going to start timing it for 10 minutes before you put your weight on, okay? 10 minutes, a continuous stream. It's been 10 minutes and 10 pounds. And now we're going to process this for, well, these are quart jars, so it's going to take an hour and 25 minutes if they were. But you will start the clock when this jiggler, when it starts to jiggle. I always call it the jiggler because that's what starts. This is just some extra help from new canning people out there because this can become a little confusing. Once you put your 10 pounds on, what's going to happen is that weight is going to jiggle a little bit. And when it starts to jiggle, you start your timing for your jars, your 55 minutes or your hour 25. Start your timer. Okay, when your time is up, ding, 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 simply remove it from the heat. Don't take that off and let it naturally decompress. Don't take it outside. Don't put it in a cool spot. Just take it off the burner. And it's going to take probably a good hour. And then you'll be able to pop the top. About an hour. Look at that. And this is the exciting part. Just take it off gently. It's still going to be hot. In fact, let me just be careful here. It's been about an hour, but still going to be warm. And there we go. Soup. Soup, this is the best part. And it's still going to be cooking, so remember that. Don't freak out. That's what it looks like. And then it'll start popping, and then you're sealed forever. Put it on the pantry shelf and take it out on a lovely winter day.